In this video, you shall refer to me as the FNAF the week before ambassador, because, I mean, Nadako, Matt, Patton, and none of them are talking about this book for some reason. Literally, Rytoast is the only, big FNAF theorist that has talked about this book, which, by the way, Rytoast, if you just so happen to need more people to join you on your little Fazbear's podcast, I'm available. I promise I won't curse too much. This is probably going to be the final week before video I'm making a while, because I feel like pretty much everything else has been solved. We've already discussed many things, like the implications of the Bite of 87 that's featured in this book, or about how Phone Guy's daughter Copelia could be Tape Girl. Make sure to go check out that theory if you haven't yet, especially because this video is more of a follow-up to that theory. In that same video, I also proposed a different idea, a theory of the journalist Bronwyn Light being related to Cassidy. What it essentially boiled down to was the fact that Bronwyn Light wasn't able to get a job at Fazbear's, although Phone Guy gave her a really good review. And so at the time the question would be, why would Fazbear Entertainment have a reason not to hire somebody like her? Well, what if it's because they recognized her last name and she was related to one of the missing children? Now, I just thought that it might have been Cassidy, considering that we had a whole screenplay relating to Cassidy's character that Scott Cawthon wrote that we never got to see. But upon hearing y'all's feedback with the release of that video, it appears that I may have been mistaken. You guys, I am so sorry. This is my apology video right here. This is it. I'm really sorry. I'm ashamed. I've made a severe lapse in judgment, guys. But in all seriousness, afterwards, a lot of y'all brought my attention towards GiBi's horror homestead. He talks about a certain character in the week before that only has a few words of description to them. However, these few words may just be enough, not only to prove who Cassidy's mother is, but also Cassidy's last name. So also go check out GiBi's original video on this theory, because this is completely his theory. I do not claim ownership of the theory we'll be discussing in this video. I'm only here to spread the word. Like I said, the week before ambassador. Mrs. Andrews is an original character in the week before. We only know of her existence because of a few little pieces of dialogue between Phone Guy and his daughter. Phone Guy thinks, if anything, she's keeping an eye on kindly Mrs. Andrews, who had sadly lost her own daughter at a young age years ago and has been overprotective of the neighborhood kids since. Now, Mrs. Andrews, I know your daughter tragically went missing years ago, and it's probably really traumatizing, but do you have any connections to Freddy Fazbear? Now, you can probably see where this is going, but Neo, if Mrs. Andrews' daughter really was one of the missing children's incident victims, why are you so dead set on it being Cassidy? Well, that is because of the Fazbear Frights books, where we learn about a dead kid whose first name is Andrew. And for many years at this point, many people have suspected that Andrew is the book parallel of Cassidy. Now, in case you're not like a FNAF nerd like me, you may be wondering, excuse me, what the fuck do you mean Andrew's a parallel in whatever? Well, to quickly summarize, in the Fazbear Fright series, there is a character known as the Stitch Wraith. At some point, it's revealed that the Stitch Wraith is being possessed by two souls, one of the souls being soft and caring, while the other soul is vengeful and angry. The vengeful and angry soul is Andrew's soul, that also in a separate story would end up possessing his tormentor as a way of keeping him alive to torture him. Sound familiar? In the past lore, many theorists have used Andrew's parallels towards Cassidy as a way of solving certain mysteries, such as who are the two souls possessing Golden Freddy, and what the fuck really is Ultimate Custom Night. And so, now having a character mentioned in the week before that has zero story importance that could be taken out totally, and it would have been completely fine for the book story, and to have her name be this close to Andrew's from Fazbear Frights. I'm just saying, I think good old GiBi has a point here. And from y'all's comments, it seems like we now all agree. I'm willing to bet that Mrs. Andrews is the mother of Cassidy, which actually provides us with a few more extra cool lore details, like the fact that Cassidy was in fact neighbors with Phone Guy, or that Cassidy is a girl in the games compared to the boy movie counterpart. And of course, let's not forget the biggest thing of all, we finally have another last name confirmation in the lore. Let's go. But as always, let me know what you guys think about this theory down in the comments below. And of course, like I said before, this is not my theory, this is GiBi's. Go check out GiBi's video and subscribe to him. Make sure to peg the absolute shit out of that like and subscribe button, and I will see y'all in the next video. Goodbye.